Today I'm going to talk about how we use our Wi-Fi Ranger to connect our camper to internet at campgrounds, or even when we're camping in someone's driveway if they have Wi-Fi connecting to their Wi-Fi. This is a great way to improve your internet connection. Instead of trying to have all your devices reach the source of the internet, you can have your camper hook up to the campground Wi-Fi and then connect all your devices to your camper. We've only used it as a Wi-Fi extender. We've not tried using any of the SIM cards or anything like that and actually get internet when we don't have Wi-Fi. So I won't be talking about that at all today. But we do use this quite a bit and we've had pretty good luck with it. The first thing you do need to do is turn it on. So there's a switch to turn it on. And then the next thing is you just need to wait a few minutes. If you try to connect too soon, the URL you go to is just going to fail to load. There is some information here you'll need. There's an address that you're going to enter into your browser on your mobile device. There's a password to connect the first time. There's also a barcode you can scan here that will link to another YouTube video from the manufacturer. It does a lot more advertising and gives you more details about other features if you do want to try using it to actually connect to the internet when you don't have Wi-Fi and stuff like that. I do want to thank one of our viewers for suggesting this as a video. We heard that they've had time getting it to actually connect. So we're happy to put this video together, and we'd love other suggestions from people if there's other stuff you want to know about our camper. One of the things I do that usually helps make it easier to do the initial connection is I'll turn off mobile data on my cell phone so that I only have Wi-Fi connection. I just find that sometimes that mobile data will interfere with me trying to connect to the URL that I need to enter to actually connect to the Wi-Fi Ranger. So once you've waited several minutes, you can now try connecting your device to the Wi-Fi Ranger so that you can connect to the Wi-Fi network that actually has internet. So you'll need to enter in the address that's on the sticker just below the Wi-Fi Ranger. And you do that by opening up an internet browser and just typing it in the address bar. If you do get a this site cannot be reached message, you can just hit reload. If you haven't waited long enough, if it hasn't fully booted up yet, you won't be able to connect to it until it does. It's always good to also just double check that you're entering it in correctly. Once you do get in, you should be on a dashboard page where you can then scan for the different networks that you can connect to. So hit the scan button, and then you can look through the list to find the one that you want to connect to. And then you just click on the one you want to connect to. You'll then be prompted to enter a password if that network has a password set up. Once you're entering that information, it should connect. And then it shows an online or an internet status of online once you are fully connected. At this point, you can then connect other devices to your camper. One thing you might want to do is when you scroll all the way to the bottom, there is a view full control panel link. And this is going to let you do things like change the name of the network for your camper. So for us, we named it Dressler Camper, and we put a password on it. So for that, you would go on the Wi-Fi tab of the Wi-Fi Ranger dashboard. At the top, it'll show the different Wi-Fi networks that you've connected to in the past. And from our experience, it does try to auto-connect to those when they're within range. And then under private wireless network, you can change the name. There's a name field and a password field. So you can enter in a different name for your camper instead of leaving it, Wi-Fi Ranger with a bunch of numbers after it. You can change it to whatever you want. In addition to that, you can put a password on it. After you update those fields, you would click Save Changes at the bottom. And then on your other devices, you can just scan for networks like you normally would, and then find your camper and connect to that. You can always go back to this dashboard just to make sure that you're still online if you're having any problems. For the most part, this has worked really well for us, but there was a couple times when the internet was just barely within range that it did drop, and you could come here to see if it is connected, and if not, you can click it to connect again. Hopefully this helps anyone that's been having trouble getting their Wi-Fi Ranger to work or connect. If you have any questions or suggestions for us, please leave us a comment. Happy camping, and thanks for watching.